how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. I hope all of you are doing well and are staying safe. In today's video, I wanted to switch gears just a little bit and to talk to you guys about house plants, but not just any house plant. I wanted to share my big box house plant clearance haul with you guys, my fellow home gardeners. I visited my local Lowe's Garden Center a few days ago here in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. And when I saw an abundant amount of clearance racks filled from top to bottom with beautiful, pristine condition houseplants, I couldn't resist not to get these beauties, to bring them home, to transplant them, and of course, to share my clearance finds with you, my fellow home gardeners. So for those of you looking for the online gardening channel, which offers tips, tricks, easy, proven gardening advice to take your home garden to that next level, don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around with me today. Start with going below this video and clicking the subscribe button. If you enjoy the content of my videos, I'm on YouTube to send you notifications every single time I'll upload a new gardening video. Don't forget to click the bell icon below as well. Please write comments in the comment section below as well. Lately, many more of you have been sharing your gardening experiences with me, asking me for gardening advice, and I truly and sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you. I take the time to read each of your comments and personally respond to each and every single one of you. Now let me show you what beauties I was able to pick up at my local Lowe's Garden Center. And let's get gardening. I was able to pick up 8 gorgeous plants from my local Lowe's Garden Center clearance rack 2 days ago. All of these are house plants. All of them are tropical, exotic house plants. I don't even know which one to start with, as each one is more beautiful than the next. I guess let's start with the very far left, right over here, with this beautiful, healthy, tall Ponytail Palm. This Ponytail Palm is by Costa Farms. You can see that it comes in this beautiful, self-watering, white-colored plastic container. The condition of the plant is absolutely pristine. The leaves or the foliage of the plant is green, glossy, and healthy. Ponytail palm is a desert native house plant. When grown inside indoors, this plant can reach as tall as 6 feet. If you grow Ponytail Palm outside, this palm can grow to be as tall as 30 feet. It doesn't like to sit with wet feet, as it's prone to root rot. So you should water your Ponytail Palm roughly once every 2 weeks. Make sure you allow the soil to thoroughly drain and dry before rewatering it. It prefers bright, direct sunlight and temperatures above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Next beautiful tropical houseplant that I was able to pick up at my local Lowe's Garden Center houseplant clearance rack is this Siam Aurora Aglaonema. Look how beautiful this foliage is. Loving the combination of dark green, lime green, pinks, and reds. I wanted to show you how beautiful and pristine this plant is. Look at all the new foliage growth. You could see right over here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this house plant. This is also by Costa Farms. It came in this beige colored, self-watering wick and grow plastic container. The asking price, the original asking price was $15.98. I paid $6 for this plant. It came in 1.4 quart size container. Aglaonema plants prefer temperatures above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. They prefer indirect sunlight. Also, this plant would rather get too dry versus too wet. Aglaonemas will not tolerate sitting in soggy, wet soil. Why? Because this houseplant is prone to root rot. Make sure that if you're growing an aglaonema in your home, that you check your soil at least 2 inches in deep to make sure that you do not overwater this plant. Also, when growing indoors, aglaonema can get to be as tall as 36 inches and also 36 inches wide. I'm not going to keep this plant in this existing container. Why? Because honestly, I'm not a fan of self-watering containers. In fact, I can't stand self-watering containers. You could see the reservoir right over here and we'll tell you how much water this has in it. But any plant that you keep in a self-watering container, you are risking losing your plant altogether because it's constantly sitting in that moisture that goes up into the plant's root system. So I'm going to transplant this beautiful plant within the next few days in well-draining soil and into a container which will have plenty of drainage holes. The next beauty is this Sago Palm by Costa Farms. It is native to southern Japan. It's known for its thick fibers on the trunk. Bright, beautiful green foliage. Look at all the new foliage growth right there in the center. Absolutely nothing wrong with this plant. Also came in a self-watering plastic white colored container. You can see the reservoir right over there. This plant, the Sago Palm, is very drought tolerant, which is why I'm going to be replanting this beauty as well. Sago Palm prefers temperatures between 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It also prefers high, bright light. I'm going to be transplanting this beauty into a well-draining container, and I'm going to be using specialty soil that's formulated for palm trees as well as cacti because it has to be loose, airy, and very well draining. The original asking price was $15.98. I paid $6 for this beautiful plant by Costa Farms. Sansevieria, otherwise known as snake plant, which is native to Western Africa, is exactly the showstopper that I was able to pick up at my local Lowe's Garden Center houseplant clearance rack. When grown indoors, it can reach mature height between 24 to 36 inches. This plant can be placed and grown absolutely anywhere in the house. Why? Because it tolerates low light. It will grow much quicker the more light it will receive. This plant is very drought tolerant as well. You should water this plant no often than every 2 to 3 weeks. Check the soil for moisture content first. Allow the soil to dry out completely before rewatering. Snake plant or Sansevieria prefer temperatures, air temperatures of 50 degrees Fahrenheit and above. Beautiful plant. It came also in this self-watering beige colored plastic container. The snake plant is by Costa Farms as well. So it looks like a lot of houseplants by Costa Farms are making their way to Lowe's houseplant clearance rack. The original asking price was $15.98. I paid off. And I wanted to show you the beautiful, pristine condition of the plant. Beautiful foliage. Love the sword-like shape. The combinations of lime green, almost yellow coloring, dark green colors on the foliage as well. And you can place this plant absolutely anywhere, from your nightstand to your living room floor, even in the bathrooms. Why? Because not so many houseplants can tolerate low light environments, but sansevieria snake plant absolutely can, which makes it a great addition to any household. Just take a look at this beautiful alocasia silver dragon. It's an elephant ear hybrid, which has gorgeous metallic silver colored foliage with dark green vein accents. This beauty is by Costa Farms as well. It can grow to be as tall as 2 feet when grown indoors. Prefers very warm temperatures, above 65 degrees Fahrenheit and above average humidity levels. This plant is also by Costa Farms. The original asking price was $19.98. I got this beauty for $8. And you know what, my fellow home gardeners? I looked up this plant online on CostaFarms.com website, and the asking price for this beauty is over $40 online. I paid $8, and I wanted to turn the foliage around and to show you the beautiful coloring on the back of the foliage. So now this plant does have some damage to the foliage itself. You could see the brown spots on the foliage. And I was told by the garden center employee at Lowe's that this is all because of this self-watering container. You could see the moisture in this reservoir. This beautiful plant, this beautiful alocasia silver dragon plant does not like to sit in wetness, in excess moisture. And unfortunately, by being planted in the self-watering container, this is exactly what's happening. So I need to transplant this beautiful plant out of this container as soon as possible. It likes bright sunlight, at least 6+ hours of sunlight per day. And again, make sure you place it on a location which will be very warm and very, very humid. 3 more beauties left to share with you, my fellow home gardeners. One of them is this gorgeous, blooming Philinopsis orchid. Not only is it covered in beautiful, large blooms, there are so many new flower buds on it as well. The condition of the leaves of the foliage is absolutely pristine. Not a single yellow, a brown, dry spot on the leaves of the foliage. Each leaf is green, dark green in color and glossy. Came in this beautiful ceramic white colored pattern container as well. The original asking price was $27.98. I paid shocking price of $4.98. Philinopsis orchids are epiphytes in nature. What does that mean? That means that in nature, they do not grow in pots or containers, not even in the soil. They grow in cracks and crevices of trees and tree bark. So when planting or repotting Philinopsis orchids, make sure you use the right potting medium. You need to use either bark or sphagnum moss to keep your orchids happy. Orchids do not like to be overwatered. They will not tolerate being overwatered. You will cause their roots to rot and you will lose your orchid altogether. You should water your orchids once every 7 to 10 days. You need to make sure that the bark or the sphagnum moss, whatever medium you're growing your orchid in, is fully dry before you rewater your orchid again. I have multiple videos on my gardening channel, Garden Cold Spring Harbor, where I show you how I repot Philinopsis orchids, how I get my Philinopsis orchids to rebloom for me. I even have a video where I show you clearly, step by step, how I rescue multiple Philinopsis orchids with complete root rot. So if you're interested in how I take care, grow, repot my orchids in my home, I still have all of those videos available on my gardening channel, and I'm going to link them up above and below in the description section for those who are interested in checking that video out as well. The next plant on my Lowe's houseplant clearance haul is this beautiful medicinal aloe vera plant. I wanted to start with showing you the condition of the plant first. There is unfortunately some browning and yellowing to the foliage of this aloe vera plant, most likely due to over watering, but at the same time you could see all the new foliage growth in the center right over here. Aloe vera is a cactus-like plant that grows in very hot, very dry climates. It needs at least 6 hours of sunlight, bright sunlight per day. You should never ever overwater your aloe vera plant. In fact, you should water it about once every 3 weeks and allow the soil to dry out thoroughly. One of the main causes of yellowing and dryness on the aloe vera leaves is over watering. Aloe vera has lots of medicinal purposes as well. It can treat skin burns, treat psoriasis, even help with scalp and hair care as well. I paid as little as $4 for this beautiful large sized aloe vera plant. Now you might ask me, Luba, why is this aloe vera in a different pretty ceramic colorful container? Simply because when I picked this plant up from the clearance rack, it came in a damaged, cracked, a broken plastic container. So as soon as I brought it home, I had to urgently repot it. The next and last beautiful houseplant that I picked up at my local Lowe's Garden Center houseplant clearance rack now in the very beginning of August 2024 is this Agave Black Ice. Cannot believe how beautiful this plant is. Look at all the new growth of the foliage. Agave plants need very hot temperatures. They cannot be overwatered by all means. Once your plant is establishing, you should water it every 4 to 5 days. Once your plant is fully established in the location where you planted it, you should water it every 2 to 3 months, believe it or not. Otherwise, you are risking causing root rot. This beautiful 8-inch Agave Black Ice cost me $10. The original asking price, $34.98. And these guys can grow to be really, really tall. I am planning to plant it right over here in this beautiful 30-gallon sized container. I know that initially this container might seem to be too big, but as this agave plant will grow, it's going to fill in this container and make my green room look extra beautiful. I love the color of the leaves, the off-white, the green, and look at all these beautiful spikes on the foliage of the plant. There was only one agave plant on the clearance rack, and I knew that I had to grab it and bring it back to my home garden to enjoy the beauty of this plant. This is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here in my home garden in Long Island, New York, Zone 78. In today's video, I shared with you 8 beautiful houseplants, which I picked up at my local Lowe's Garden Center houseplant clearance racks roughly 2 days ago, in the very beginning of August 2024. And I wanted to share my finds, this haul, with you guys, my fellow home gardeners. So for those of you who enjoyed the content of today's video, if you found today's video to be useful, helpful, informative in absolutely any way, don't be shy, guys. Show me that support by clicking thumbs up below. Leave your comments in the comment section as well. Let me know, have you checked out your Lowe's Garden Center inventory now in the very beginning of August? 2024. If so, what goodies have made their way to your local Lowe's Garden Center clearance racks? If you haven't yet subscribed to my gardening channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor, please don't wait any longer, guys. Do so today. It's super easy for you to do by going below this video and clicking the subscribe button. If you want YouTube to send you notifications every single time I upload a new video, click that bell icon as well. I truly and sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you. Stay healthy, happy, be well, guys, and happy gardening, guys. And I'll see you again in my new upcoming gardening video. Bye, guys.